Hey, so we have one new waddle, and we started off with a fanny. There were no animals. Actually, the other two things were humpties. Here, there are two animals, or this will turn into an animal. I think we're going to cast this. Yeah, that's a fine animal, and if we got the tree, I'm not unhappy with that either. And I think we'll pause here. Next turn, we can grab. We can actually grab all the. We can grab all of these by selling the fanny. I think we'll end up doing that. It will let us cast a spell as well, and we just love, having, if we have three animals and a Cinderella going into level 3, I think we're going to be satisfied with that. Even just a little gold inefficient, maybe. We're going to tie here, which is nice. We don't want to take too much damage early on. We want to really focus on getting those 3s. Huh, this is also a nice one. So we're going to grab this first. What if we did grab this? And then next turn we'd have 5. Maybe we could grab the other things? So the idea here is that the idea I'm looking at is, I want the polywaggle next turn. What if instead we did this? We sell Fanny, we use this ability, we get the Mim, we get the chicken, we lock. We get polywaggle next turn. And we can either upgrade it to a 4 or we can try to triple it, and our board is almost empty and our spell slot is empty as well. I think this is the best thing we could do there. But see, you can see these turns are very complicated. This is a tough one actually. Cat is going to take us down here, it looks like. Ooh. Oh, and they got the sleigh buff, yeah. Ooh, but they don't get this sleigh, unfortunately for them. So we're down to 33, that's tough. Wow, and here's an interesting thing. Okay, first thing we do is get the unicorn. The first thing we do is get the chicken, right? Let's grab the chicken. Animals are good. Now +1/+1. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of animals, right? And that buffs them. They're gonna be dragons. Yeah, let's grab that. Start there. We'll grab the unicorn. I really don't like any of these. I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna grab this thing, and I'm gonna sell here, grab it, and roll. So I'm gonna buy all of these next turn, I think. I'm gonna grab this turn. Sorry, I keep saying this and whatever. I'm gonna cast a spell as well. I'm gonna try to get the flip on the frog. And yeah, I think I'll pause here. Buying 2 animals next turn, especially 2 strong ones, seems good. Level 3, especially level 3 ones. And I think that will give us a very strong board and a lot of opportunities to get 3-drop treasures. So it looks like they used their knighthood very early. We will get the flip and we will get a sleigh, which is both very nice. Fairy Goodmother is nice because all our animals are going to be buffed. We'll cast a spell as well, and we get this. Looks like we'll take the princess out for the fight. And is there any way we'd rather arrange this? Yeah, we'll keep this at the end because we want there to be space. We'd like this to attack earlier so it can actually buff something. And the more health this gets, if our fun line. So all animals are good, which combos really well with the Fairy Godmother. There's not that many evil animals. This is, of course, one of them. I think the other major ones are the sheep and the black cat. There may be other ones I'm not remembering, but I can't remember them, so here we are. I guess the pig is neutral, I think, usually, and that becomes good. It gets +1/+1, that's another big benefit here. And yeah, this is a pretty strong board for this point in the game. Nice 4-drop that pairs well with what we have. We're almost at the level 2 treasure here, which isn't super significant, but didn't cost us a lot. If we win the fight, we get 3 gold, which would be really nice. It would have been interesting to get the piggy bank. We could have seen how many fights we were actually winning and gone for that. Wow, they have a very nice set of shadow assassins here. But yeah, we got a very nice spawn there, and I think we'll actually get this attack now, right? Yeah. About 10 attack ranged character though. We need to take this thing out. Oh no, yeah. We're gonna lose this fight because we could just never attack that range thing. So we don't even get the gold. Wow, I thought we had an easy win there. We'll grab the frog. Frog is obviously very nice if we can get the upgrade. None of these seem super appealing. I will grab the chicken. Ooh, should we grab? Are we supposed to grab the adventurer? That's the one. I think we are. We'll grab the adventurer. We cast this or anything? Yeah, we'll cast this here because it flips. Characters in the shop have a buff, I think is the one we want. We'll put this in here with the idea being that hopefully we can get a little level advantage, and once we're a little higher we can go, maybe we can double this. Alternatively, we can just put it in and try to get a 5-drop. I still think we have a very strong board. We just unfortunately got a little bit unlucky in that last fight. They had strong range characters can do that. They have a tendency to just sort of go off. And we'll just bench the cat for this turn. We'll see if we want to put it back in later. Oh, we don't get the hit. They don't either though, so I mean obviously, it's more important for us to get ours. Looks like we're gonna be, easily strong enough here. Do a good amount of damage. We'll take the cat upgrade. It's gold neutral for the most part. I think we can take the book. We have all good characters. It just gives us small buffs so we see evil characters. And, So we have a few options, obviously. We can get the pig. Pig's very large. We can try to transform something. We don't have too many great targets. We could transform the fairy godmother. Maybe we will. We can also grab a chicken. We could sell something here. We could sell this and grab a pig. And then try to transform the fairy godmother. Okay, this gives us added sleigh buff, so that might change positioning a little bit, right? What if we do something along these lines? Put this in the back. So we now have a reasonably strong board. And if we get this sleigh, we get straight to level 5. And we've put this here because that actually gives us the best shot at getting it. We definitely lost some, I think overall power because of the loss of the fairy godmother. We don't have nearly as much health, but if we get these sleigh buffs, we'll really accelerate, and I think that's, more than a good enough trade-off. Yeah, so the big focus is hoping this gets triggered. We put this second because we wanted to... Oh, that was tough. Oh, it's actually survived. Okay, so we have 4 gold here, and it looks like we'll get this trigger, so we'll be straight at level 5. Yeah, that's pretty huge. We'll lose this fight, it looks like, because they're going to have the evil queen, which is going to be big. Yeah, just a little bit too big for us. I will take 5, but we'll get straight to level 5 and we get 4 extra gold, I think. I'll take this here. We trigger a Slag. I feel like this is going to be better than the Book of Heroes long term. Take a gold, take another animal. So we could go a really, interesting sleigh comp. I think we end up doing something like this. Here's some more sleigh. Yeah, let's see what we can get on board here. We don't want this on yet. We'll just throw this on. I guess we'll take this. So we really want this, we just want to hit 6 this turn. Which means we don't want any slays. We can actually just put this up front. We don't want any slays other than this in play. And we just want this to attack first and trigger this. It will actually grow. Next turn we'll put in the fog instead. And we can start moving some things around. We're probably going to lose this fight. Oh, we played this person, I think, last game too. But yeah, since we get this attack, we'll likely win. Or we'll get some more. We'll get to level 6 right away. And most people are still level 4 and 5. You know what? Actually, we're not definitively losing this fight, right? That wasn't a great attack, but yeah, no, we're winning this fight, actually. Oh, they have a Mimic as the only treasure. I do that too. I'm greedy. What can I say? Okay, well this is one of my builds. I do have Cupid also. Oh, Good Boy is so good though. Let me sell some stuff, right? We got 1. So we don't need this anymore. And so we don't need this. So the build we usually go is something along these lines. And then we can also throw this in. We don't want this in front, and we don't want another sleigh. The idea is just this will trigger immediately. We're going to throw this in because we'll take another 6. The idea is that this triggers immediately, makes this a 60-60. And everything actually grows when it triggers its sleighs. We could also just throw this in. And it will just make everything bigger. Especially if we gave it to the Good Boy. That would be interesting as well. Right, you throw this in, the Good Boy has has 2 sleighs, it just keeps getting bigger, and then all our animals. We'll see how this build goes, but next round we're gonna consider that. We're gonna see if we want to just grow the Good Boy. Oh, that's awful. Ooh, that's tough too. Although that makes this big enough that it should be able to survive. Okay, so we had a weird combination of things there, but it worked out the way we needed it to. Okay, so with a second Good Boy, a second Bear, I think we're sort of more interested in this comp then. We're actually going to go something a little weird. We're going to want these to be the sleighs. Right, so this will be the only sleigh on the board. And what will happen is that the Good Boy will get buffed because it has a sleigh. And it will trigger not only this one, but the Bad Moon. And we're just going to try to let the Good Boy get buffs that way. And then hopefully the Good Boy will be big enough that we can just move it over. Yeah, I think that's a good long-term. This actually got to a 26-26 already. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, buffing up Good Boy is really nice. And then hopefully we'll find something like Bastines or something. We could think about pausing here just to cast a spell that gives us, +2 gold, or +1 gold effectively. I don't know if that's good. Seems more on the bad side, but it's something I'm thinking about. But probably shouldn't be. Oh, and I definitely messed this up, right? Okay, so this just got a good amount of long-term Good Boy buff, I think. Yeah, this being a 16 seems pretty good. Okay, so bears. Mimic seems good for doing something like this, I guess. grab this here. Maybe even this, just to get a 5-drop treasure to go along with the Mimic. And I think this is what we want to do, actually. And are we done with this silly thing? Or maybe we're done with this silly thing, right? Oh, this is no longer good, so it doesn't get a buff. Oh, that's fine, because we want the Lancelot in. And we do need these to trigger. We're playing the first place person, so all long-term scaling is less of a concern. I think we'll sell something just for a spell. I don't know if that's worth it. It's hard to tell. So if these do get a slay, that's very nice. Obviously this is being buffed. Maybe we'll go like this. No, we'll go like this. And the hope is just that these make the Echo Wood big enough that it survives. It might have been, it was probably better to replace the other thing. It gives, it would give +2/+2 to all of these, which effectively would give the Lancelot when it triggers. The one thing is, it did buff the Echo Wood +2/+2 to keep this. That's the one that made the animals good. It also let us keep the pig in instead of something, although I don't know what we'd keep the pig in instead of at this point. Oh, we should move the Baba Yaga. Yeah, we really want to trigger this Lancelot right away. Oh wow, the Echo Wood got worked over right away. That's a tough one. Okay, well, we do get the buff though. And this will grow a little bit. I think we're going to be vulnerable to this Cupid, unfortunately. Because we have such a big backliner. We have to worry about that. They're getting a lot of nice buffs over there. That was a good hit for us, though. No, that one wasn't great. Okay, we'll lose this by a little bit. We'll take 6. That's not great, obviously. Wow, it looks like a lot of... I think Zahula had one also. Wow, none of these, unfortunately. I think Ambrosia is going to be the best one. It just doesn't pair well with Mimic at all. Okay, but it pairs well with Bastien. We're not on this build anymore. We're not on this, although I think we just want to sell some things. 1, 2, and 3. Just 1 and 2, I guess, to give the good boy a buff. And we'll go like this. And I think this makes everything as big as we could hope for. At the moment, at least. Mostly, this is just providing a buff for the baby bear. I guess it buffs the good boys, but it also makes it so the Echo Wood gets a little big. Oh, we want this last, I think. I think the buff this gives will mean that this grows by more. No, maybe this is better. Yeah, this is better. This actually goes very quickly. And we'd like to just find one more Bastien to put here. Unless these happen to get slays, but I can't imagine these things are going to be slaying anything at this point in the game. I can't imagine he's going to be doing much either. Although if they do slay, they get the permanent buff. And we do want to hopefully triple the good boys. No, just short of slaying something, actually. Oh, this did get a slay. Okay, so we'll get +2/+2 in subsequent rounds. Looks like we're going to take this person down pretty easily. Although, I guess Medusa might have something to say about it. Okay, so we take that one down, get them down to 1, which isn't great. I'd like to start taking people out. I think it's a little early for polymorphs, although, could be wrong, we're still taking these because they do triple. I don't think we want this at this point. This is a ranged character that is good with good boy. Do we want that though? Yeah, usually. I'm struggling here. I guess it's also good with Echo Wood. Yeah, we'll do it. I just won't feel happy about it. And I wonder if now we're supposed to actually trade in, sell all these things, and grab a new hero if we can. Oh, your last quest also slays. Yeah, that means if these ever slay something, we will crush. We will get a huge buff. I think that's worthwhile. unfortunately, this is going to buff all of these before it buffs the good boy. And yeah, I think we just want to triple this and then get another baby bear, you know, instead of this Lancelot. You know, get maybe, you know, triple the good boy. If we find another range character, or Bearstein, or Baby Bear, that's sort of a find about. We can move this up to the front if we need. We can put it second. We'll probably get to attack. We're against Merlin. Merlin is very strong. You know, as a champion. We just played who? We just played Charon, I think. Sharon? Sharon? I always call it Charon? Charon? I don't know. Someone, I'm sure someone at home knows. Okay, we don't quite get the sleigh there. This might get a sleigh though. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll get that buff. These are big. Wow. Some of these are quite sizable. Oh, the nice thing is this actually gives itself the buff too, so now when it dies again, it's even bigger. Wow. Yeah, that got huge. And we're going to take this person out, because as long as a giant Echowood is alive, it's going to be big enough. We want to replace this Bad Moon too. We have, you know, we double treasures, but we actually don't have, we only have the Ambrosia, which does nothing with it. Not going to cast any spells here. Hercules could turn into a 6, so I think we'll try that. I think we'll just cast a spell here. I think this is probably better. Yeah. We just want this to get buffed by all of these, and then hopefully it's just 2 hits to transform, is the idea, because it will be up at 30. Is this bigger? Yeah, this is bigger, I guess, so we'll put this first. Although, I guess maybe it makes more sense to put the one with slightly less health, because it's more likely to trigger. Yeah, I'm really not sure, honestly. And actually, reducing them to 1 health is very helpful, because these might actually have a chance to slay, which would be nice. What? 18, so hopefully we can't just get taken out in 1 attack. I'm actually not even sure that this Robin Wood is a better character than just a 40-40. I think it is, because range is so strong, and it gives the, you know, the debuff plus the buff. It'd be nice if it buffed something other than this, because if it buffs something else, this also gets the buff, but I don't think that's really in the cards at the moment. Oh wow, so they just have a very powerful version of what we're going for. Oh, we get the sleigh bonus though. That could be big. That could do it. Oh, this is at 98. One thing about 98 is it's a little less than 100. Wow. Yeah, these have a lot of attack. Can we hit the Cupid first? Oh no. Cupid's gonna hit us. Okay, so we'll lose this fight. Oh, unfortunately, we took the wrong one. Very close. They gain a lot of stats every round, though. That's gonna be the issue for us. We do need to upgrade this good boy, I think, if we're gonna have any sort of chance. Can we sell 3 things and do it? Yeah, we're gonna do that, right? We're gonna go 1, 2, and then the Robin Wood, I think. And upgrade one of the good boys. And I think we should still win the round, hopefully. I think we played Merlin before. Yeah, hopefully we still win the round. And then if we do, we'll just have to fill in 1 extra range character. Hopefully we'll get a 6-drop treasure that we doubled. And if we don't, this is sort of a foolish looking gambit, I guess, but I think it was the chance we had to take. I mean, they can, if they get an upgraded Echowood, they'll be very strong. I guess we do have an upgraded Echowood from the Ambrosia. I sort of wish this buffed both, you know, it just made it your last slot and your second to last slot if it was Mimicked. You know, I wish things interacted more with Mimic in that way. I think that would be cool. We could have buffed, you know, like the Bearstein, but I think buffing the good boy is really what we want to do. Having a very powerful good boy is sort of the key to this comp. Yeah, this one gets the sleigh, which buffs itself, and you can see everything's just incredibly strong. This will actually get another. Oh no, it's not going to attack yet, right? Oh no, is our Hercules? Oh, it did get to attack. I was so afraid our Hercules wasn't going to get to attack. That would have been so bad. We really want to replace this bad moon at this point. Yeah, let's double the attack of everything, right? Instead of bad moon. Grab this thing. I wonder if we're supposed to cast this. I think the... oh, well, Polymorph is the other one we want. If we win this fight, we're just going for Polymorph. Obviously. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake. My thinking was that we weren't likely to find Polymorph in just a roll, but, you know, obviously. And actually, I think we want these not in the back. No, we... oh, wow. The problem is they get so big that we sort of want them up front, because the problem is they have a Cupid. So I think maybe we want to do something like this. No, you know what? I think it doesn't matter. I think ultimately... so I think ultimately the issue we're going to have is that even if we put something like this in the back, if, you know, it'll get the good boy buff anyways. Now maybe the problem is we don't want these taken out either early. Yeah, I think we have to do this. Let's put these in. Oh, no, we want this in the back. Yeah, we need this to get. We need one of these to get buffed. I don't know. I don't know how to manage. I know they have a Cupid, and I don't know how to manage it. Oh, we get the sleigh buff too. So all our stuff is huge. But the problem is this Cupid might just wreck us here. Oh, I forgot we get the sleigh buffs on those things as well. Yeah, if that attacks, so if those things ever attack each other, we're in big trouble. Wow, they take us out. Yeah, that was tough. They had the round table. We had some crazy stuff. They had some crazy stuff. But you know, we got a second. We had, you know, this is a pretty strong board. This is what you expect out of this. They had, you know, a few extra turns of that Ivory Owl too. But yeah, we got the sleigh on this as well. So if we couldn't win that round, we weren't gonna get that. You know, maybe the Polymorph would have did it. That Cupid was devastating. We should have looked for a Cupid. We might have scored right past one too. This Hercules wouldn't do anything. We could just switch some stuff around. If we wanted to be a little greedier, we would have put an Echo Wood up front, because so the Cupid has flying, so it attacks the back rank. And what we didn't want was something in a, you know, we didn't want it to hit one of our Echo Woods. But if it's, you know, if we have two Echo Woods in the back, it's a 2 out of 3 chance. And these would, and the problem is our front rank was getting tripled attack, so it just had such a big chance of being able to trade with our Echo Wood or just do a lot of damage to it. So that was one of the issues we had.